afternoon, evening, and good night. Just in case I don't see. Wait, we're not doing the Truman Show. Hi, everybody. This is James with Brain Candy.
That's Kris.
I'm Seth.
Tarah. And Euros. Say hi.
And today we're doing way out of season and a little late because we're doing all things nerddom and what we like to talk about.
Cool.
And today we're doing Krampus. Krampus. Holy crap. I will get used to this. Yeah, right there. This is my wife and my first viewing of Krampus, and
OMG.
that one right there suggested it. He's already seen it too, but that one right there suggested it. So these two, these two have seen it.
Watching a second time, I realized that I just wasted money on it.
Yeah. Okay, so
All the creatures were holy.
So, interesting premise. Family comes over for Halloween, and we're stuck in
Christmas. Yeah, Christmas.
Halloween, Christmas. Sorry, we're stuck in Christmas, and it is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Like almost script for script. And then magic happens, and the main character, who I'm going to refer to from now on as Frodo Baggins. Everyone cool with that? Frodo Baggins?
Yeah.
Frodo Baggins was trying to return the one note to rule them all to the valleys of Santa in the North Pole, while Cousin Marv was coming over to mess everyone's day up from pig farming. It... I mean... What, am I about on the money or?
Yeah. Yeah, you are. Like it's still getting me. Like it's still trying to make sense of it. Like I don't know. It's a good. It's one of those movies that's really good. Like if you have like friends over and you're drunk and or you guys are just really stoned and you wanted to watch like a nice little horror movie, because honestly like that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's one of those fun movies. Like I don't know. Like what do you think?
So I saw it in theaters when it first came out in 2015, I think, and I was with a friend of mine. We were both kind of excited to watch it because the previews looked pretty good. Like the creature effects and stuff looked really neat. So we watched it, and the opening to the movie it just sets the tone for what the comedy is in the movie, which is amazing. It's hilarious. But I mean, slow motion. Everybody is fist fighting each other because it's essentially like Black Friday violence.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
And yeah, to that song. And so we knew right away it was just going to be a hilarious, fun movie to watch. But the weird thing about the movie is that it goes from being funny and raunchy to just on a dime turning creepy and dark almost immediately. And I don't mean immediately in the movie. I mean just at a split second, everything just turns to shit for them. And it's interesting to see how they react, how they go from being like a really they're a crappy family. Let's be honest. They are terrible at being a family, or maybe they're really good at it. I guess that's what all families are like. But they are crappy in a lot of ways, and it goes from them being just shitty to one another to them actually like having to survive off of one another. Is kind of an interesting dynamic. And my favorite aspect of the movie is the creatures. They really are interesting, especially Krampus. I like the designs.
I'm gonna say this, and it's a little off topic. This movie, I don't care what anyone says, this movie gets me excited for a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Because it looks like it can be done with effects like that. Holy crap.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. I never even thought of that.
I really appreciated the lack of CGI in this movie.
Yeah.
I hate overly CGI'd movies. I was never a fan of The Golden Compass or any movies like that. I still haven't even watched any of the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies because they're not dudes in rubber animatronic suits doing karate. Like,
We should do those next because I haven't seen them either.
oh my god, I don't want to. I told myself I would never watch those movies.
I've seen both of them, and honestly, it's
Krampus was better.
It's one of those
Oh,
things
no.
where you're right. Like, 'cause I'm the same way. Like, I hate overly like CGI movies. I'm trying to think of a movie that I actually just saw the other day that was just all CGI and it just annoyed the crap out of me.
So,
Movies like Tron, I understand because it's supposed to be.
yeah.
But honestly, like, this movie really showed that Hollywood still has some creature magic left in it, some animatronic stuff left in it, some you know meat suit magic, I like to call it sometimes. It was I was blown away.
I will say this. The story, the opening of the movie was my favorite
So
thing
good.
in the whole world.
It's so good.
It was because we all work in undisclosed retailer, and it was I loved it. It was it captured the spirit of Christmas.
I worked at Walmart one year for on Black Friday.
Sorry.
And it was pretty much, fist fights. Moms were like punching their own kids for, a product their kid was picking up that they wanted, but their mom wanted more. It was weird. Black Friday is weird at Walmart. But Black Friday is weird, I think, in all retail chains.
Black Friday in undisclosed retailer is kind of the same where my buddy Seth and I work, and it's oh man. So that really did, like you said, it was the tone.
It wasn't exaggerated. That's what's sad.
It
wasn't exaggerated at all.
See, I always laugh at...
There was no dramatization whatsoever.
I
It was
always,
100%
I always
real.
laugh at the Onion article that keeps getting circulated every year about 40 million people dying on Black Friday due to riots and stuff. But, like, you kind of almost want to believe it because people really are just that insane on Black Friday. Like, they're crazy as shit. Which is why I prefer Cyber Monday. But
Yeah, and then then the
really set the tone, though. It was good to watch. Good to see.
the fist fight during the nativity scene
Oh, that was brilliant.
was beautiful.
That was brilliant.
Just kids beating on each other in the name of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It was wow. It was a dark comedy, and then it makes this, like, the tone continues because now we get cousin aunt, whatever her name was, and
Jesus,
and
the
her
alcoholic.
oh man,
The
her
alcoholic aunt.
that whole family was just
That one kid, like you said, was
I didn't say it. He's the
Augustus Gloop.
oh yeah,
The
mouth breather,
literal mouth breather. Yeah.
mouth breather boy. I mean, I will say the acting was really, like, the story was but the acting was on point. Like,
So my favorite character, aside from obviously
Krampus.
because duh.
Yeah.
But my favorite character has got to be the little kid Max, because unlike his mom's side of the family, he's not a complete piece of shit. Like his Dear Santa note was literally about everybody else except him, really. Other than, I want Christmas to be like it used to be. And I want my mom and dad to be happy, and I want to hang out with my sister more, and I want, And it was crazy. It was like one of those, because it's not something I expected when I first saw the movie. I was a little kid. I figured he's going to be like, I want an Xbox or some other weird shit. But no, it was, I just want my family to be awesome. And I want people to not struggle. And it's like, you never, ever see that in a Christmas. You never see that in real life. You don't see that.
Yeah.
So it caught me off guard, especially the first time I saw it. But seeing it again still caught me off guard a little bit because it's been a couple of years since I've seen it. It really caught me off guard that that's what the kid was like and that's what his Santa note was. And just, it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And I really enjoyed that aspect of the movie because out of all the twists and stuff in the movie, the jump scares and all that other stuff, that was one of the twists in the movie that I was not expecting at all.
Rosie,
yes,
Rosie.
the dog. I love the
Rosie.
Bulldogs are awesome.
Was my favorite character other than Krampus because for all the crap Rosie was given, she still ate that damn ginger cookie.
Oh, yeah.
And
saved her owner.
Saved the owner, and she did it in style.
Yeah. Try to do it again. Try to save everybody the second time.
Yep. And it was, I loved Rosie, the dynamic of the dog, the lazy dog coming in to save the day was amazing. Honestly, my favorite character was the grandmother.
Oh yeah, she was great. She was great.
She was the exposition piece, which honestly, normally exposition characters, I'm here to tell you the story and do it in a creative way.
Suicide Squad, anybody?
Yeah.
God, I hated that movie.
That was horrible. I still will never understand why people defend that movie.
So we're not seeing that movie. We're not reviewing that movie. Good luck with that. So with the exposition grandma, I'm gonna call her Schottenfreutz, which is laughter and other people's despair. She was great because I feel like she did more than serve her purpose as the exposition piece. She really gave you that tone of, yeah, no, we're screwed. We're totally screwed. I know what's going on. It's happened to me before. And you find out that she wanted the same thing. She was very much in the Christmas spirit. She wanted her parents to be happy. She wanted her village to be happy. And then Krampus popped up and everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Well, more importantly, she wanted all these things, but nobody gave a crap, including her own parents.
Yeah.
And she basically hated them enough to be like, I don't want them here anymore. I want them to go away.
Yeah.
You really have to break someone for them to get to that point when they're as, I guess you could say chipper as she portrayed herself to be as a kid. But yeah, I have to agree. She was she wasn't just like that ominous tone of like, oh crap. She also was that wild card character that you're like, what is she gonna do? She's this German lady who doesn't seem to want to speak English and tell her story.
Oh man.
And she's just like this, she's this wise old lady, but what is she there? What is she doing there? What is her purpose? And then she serves her purpose and then beyond, especially when she finally goes face to face with him. And
she dropped it again.
Yeah, she was a really solid character. It's a good choice as a favorite.
Yeah, I really liked her because I felt like she was more than the exposition. I felt like she was outside of the mayhem of Dean Martin, I think that is. Beginning to look a lot like Christmas. She's the first person that we see, and I gotta say something about that kitchen. Did that kitchen remind anyone else of the Gremlins? Like that 1980s? It must have been that TV right there in the corner.
It might, they might have had a bunch of Easter egg homages to different creature movies, like Gremlins, things like that. Because, like I said, they could have gone CGI with it, and they didn't. And I found that to be an interesting choice because, especially with the only thing I could have seen them not really doing a lot of CGI with is the elves.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I felt like they went out of their way not to use CGI, which I'm very grateful for. As someone who does not like a gratuitous amount of it.
For me, the snowmen were like,
Oh, God.
like the snowmen reminded me of that one other horror movie, Jack Frost, where the snowmen come to life and have like razor teeth. I'm like, is that about to happen here?
Yeah, okay. I honestly thought in the beginning, and I think I obviously was wrong, I thought the snowmen were all the people that Krampus came and grabbed up, and they were displayed on the lawn just to make you feel a little uneasy, because when Augustus Gloop got taken and Frodo Baggins was like looking outside, and then Uncle Marv comes out to save his kid, you see this, all of them look
She's
just
playing
haggard
52 pickup with you.
and melted and like destroyed or frostbitten over, and I'm not picking the spoon up after this. And I really thought that Augustus Gloop turned into a snowman, and I kept looking for
The older sister.
I kept looking for super goth woman, or super goth teenager girl.
We'll call her Jessica Jones.
Well, Jessica Jones, that's a good one for me. I was looking for Jessica Jones and I couldn't find her, so
She's on Netflix now.
Stop that. She's on Death Watch now.
She's on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix, yes. So it was like I was wrong on that prediction, but to see the snow
Knocked it
globes.
out of your hand.
Are you gonna keep doing that? To see the snow globes was fun and interesting because it kind of gave you a perspective of, oh, they're not in hell. They're on a shelf. That's interesting. Good old elf magic.
I really kind of took it as he's in his own hell for doing what he did. Because he not only had the audacity to make that wish, but then he had the audacity to try and take it back. Instead of learning and living with his decision. Like his grandmother did. And I feel like that's what happens. I mean, that's pretty much what he does to all of them, it looks like, is just when he takes them, they become, snow globe accoutrements, if you will. But I thought that was a very interesting thing for them to kind of show you that, this is what he does to his victims. It's not just he eats them or they go to hell. It's they get put in a snow globe and they get to relive, whatever it is that, maybe it's their happiest moment or whatever. You don't really get in too far into that, but the fact that he basically turns them into toys, essentially, is kind of interesting.
The angel, to me, was...
Let's talk creatures, yes.
Oh, man.
The angel, just like, why... They were talking about their mother's angel, and then you see this toy angel. I'm like, is that their mother's angel attacking them now?
Oh man, the stuffed bear, which was kind of reminded me of Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's kind of why I'm partial to it, because I liked some of the creature designs for that also. But
yeah.
The stuffed bear, the gingerbread cookies.
Yup.
The gingerbread cookies actually reminded me of the Brothers Grimm movie with Heath Ledger and
Matt Damon.
And Matt Damon.
Yes.
Matt Damon.
When the black goo turned the little girl into a gingerbread cookie and like she ate a part of herself, like yeah, I know. It kind of reminded me of that, which in my opinion wasn't that bad of a movie, so I could definitely think positively on that note. But the Jack in the Box snake thing, holy crap! With the split mandibles, that was just gnarly. It was gnarly.
Okay, so you the angel, you the Jack in the Box, the split mandible.
Me? I don't know. Honestly, I thought like all the characters were entertaining, but my favorite was like, and I don't know why, because they didn't really do anything, but was a little robot that jumped on Adam Scott. Like, that seemed painful. Like, I'm surprised that like he wasn't like on the freaking, because like first off, that didn't look like a knife, so it wasn't sharp enough, but at the same time, it was still stabbing him. I'm like,
those were
that
gardening
would
shears.
hurt.
Those
I'm
are
like-
gardening shears.
Okay, I'm like, that would hurt, dude. Like, I would be on the ground
His
crying.
wife literally pulled it at. Well,
Yeah.
adrenaline's a hell of a drug, but
Yeah.
he literally pulled it out of his back.
And he didn't flinch. He just gets right up, and it's just like he just goes like this with his shirt, and he's just like, what?
Shock does things like that. Yeah.
It's like insane. I'm like, oh my god. But
I think so. Yeah, the angel creature was definitely creepy. The Jack in the Box was incredibly creepy.
that was creepy.
The elves, however, the elves were very, very interesting. I really enjoyed the fact because in Germanic lore, elves are not good. Elves are terrible, terrible child-eating creatures. They are grotesque monstrosities. Fairies are bad. Brownies are bad. Pixies are bad. So, like, in German lore, fae are terrible. That's kind of what Krampus sort
Leads
of
you into the
is.
forest and eat you.
Yeah, that's kind of what Krampus is based off. Is kind of like fae, Germanic fae lore.
I was gonna say, like, Krampus, I think was like it actually is like a German fairy, like a
it-
German, like like one of those like stories to scare your kid to bed.
Exactly. That's what Krampus is. There's Santa Claus, and then there's Krampus, and so yeah, that the elves were really interesting. The different masks that they had, and you couldn't really tell if that was like their actual face or if it was just a mask that they wore. I always assumed it was just their face because let's face it, it's a whole lot cooler that way.
Yeah, it would.
But those actually reminded me of the goblins from the Labyrinth.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Jim Henson in there. Watching a combination of like Jim Henson and damn it, what is his name? Del Toro.
Oh, Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro creatures, like a good combination of Jim Henson and Guillermo del Toro mixed together, and that's what you got for Krampus.
And then they went to The Nightmare Before Christmas, got married by Tim Burton, and had a honeymoon in, frickin' Freddy Fazbear. That's kind of how it was.
like, I mean, they really kind of mashed together some really good combinations on creature feature stuff. Like,
And instead of reindeer, they had rams.
I
yeah,
loved
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that was good. That was good.
That was
That was
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, overall, I really enjoyed the movie because I didn't go into the movie thinking, well, this movie's going to be like a masterpiece. No, I went into it thinking, okay, it's going to be like a campy horror flick about Krampus. But the difference is, the difference between this one and all the other ones that I've seen pop up on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, or, HBO or Cinemax, is literally it's the only one that's made it as a major motion picture in theaters. So like, okay, well they went out of their way for this to hit the big screen, so it's got to be worth something.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it was really worth something.
It was
Very well done.
the story was weird. It didn't I got nothing out of the story, but I got everything out of the characters, the creature designs, and the ambiance of the town. It was oh man, it felt like they were walking for miles to get to that snowplower.
I never really looked at it as not getting anything from the story. I mean, I got a bit of the story and what it was, as it started out and whatnot. But I really never felt that it was really about the story. I think it was, to me, it was more about the creature design, but also everything surrounding Krampus and their rendition of it, their idea of what Krampus looks like, what he, how he deals with the people he's punishing. Because I mean, like I said, there's been several different movies and TV shows that portray Krampus in a certain way, where he's he shoves kids into bags, and I think it was Grimm, where he the TV show Grimm, where he has them hanging from trees in baskets that he's going to eat later. So this is I actually prefer this version of Krampus and what he actually does to his victims, it's actually far more creepier in my opinion than just simply eating them. It doesn't really do anything. It's just one of those things of, well, okay, well, he ate them, so that's cool. What next? No. Now he gets to enjoy what he does by going, oh yeah, I remember this. Shaking the snow globe, you know?
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, yes, this family number 50293. Such sweet memories.
One of the other things that I really liked about this movie is it didn't seem to leave on a cliffhanger where it was like, ooh, there could be a second one. It kind of tidied up really well for an ending.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that.
Reminds me of the ending of Jeepers Creepers. Like, if you guys have ever seen that, we're at
Which
the end.
one?
The first one.
Oh,
I know they forced the second one, but I remember they were going to stop at the first, but I liked the first because at the end, it just was kind of that similar style where it played the creepy old music. It zoomed out, and it's like one of those things where it's like if they wanted to, they could make a sequel to Krampus, but it's one of those things at the same time. It's like, okay, like I'm good with this ending. Like I don't need a sequel.
Yeah.
I feel like if they do another Krampus, which it's been a couple years, I'm not sure if they will or not because I don't know how well it did in the box office, but if they do another Krampus, it's not going to be the same family, and I imagine it's not even going to be remotely the same story. But hopefully the same creature design would be awesome. Maybe some new ones would be cool. But the same inspiration for creature designs.
Yeah, the same prevalent, oh man.
And the set pieces the set was really good.
Amazing, because you're mostly in the house, and you feel like you're in this like giant 55,000 square foot house, you feel like I am in four walls and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because there's things in the attic that are trying to eat me.
I really enjoyed the set pieces. I really liked whenever they were outside. I really thought it was
spoon again, hon.
No, she's playing 52 pickup with you.
I really enjoyed the outdoor setup as well.
Yes.
It really displayed just how bleak Krampus's presence really is. And I enjoyed the fact that it was a supernatural presence, not just, oh hey, Krampus showed up and stole a kid. Oh, one of us could be next. No, it was this ominous, constant feeling of this dude is somewhere around here, just don't know where.
Yeah.
And it was, in my opinion, it was a really good flick.
So there's our thoughts on Krampus. Anyone else want to add anything?
No.
Solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I would say like 6, 7. Like, yeah, it's definitely.
Like Castlevania, out of 5 fingers, it was missing a thumb. So yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10.
I'm with everybody. 6 or 7.
Okay. Guys, thank you so much for watching our rant on creature designs and what we want to see in a Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Scott Cawthon do it. I'm just saying. And we'll catch you in the next one. Let us know like what you'd like us to review, because we've thought about doing Wonder Woman, Spider-Man Homecoming. We just want some feedback from, our little community. And tell us what you think of our thoughts. Sometimes I know it feels like we could be reaching. We're just having a discussion, like just 3 guys, 1 and 2 girls in a room, just like, yeah, this is it. This is the thing. And, yeah, we'll see you in whatever Brain Candy has going on next.